for the millennial, what is your notion or stand about bullying, cyberbullying, those things? What is your notion about?
Cyberbullying is definitely rampant, and it's something that we can't ignore because it's everywhere, especially with technology. Our phones, we can see it on a daily basis. But my advice on cyberbullying is to not focus on it. It's really important to focus on yourself as a person, and it's really about ignoring the comments that the bully says. Because at the end of the day, if you focus on that, it will really deteriorate yourself as a person. I remember I try not to look at comments from people because I know it will affect me. So if I see something that's bad, I swipe. I don't look at it. And it's so important that we surround ourselves with the right people, because if we surround ourselves with the right people, they will help us become a better person. They will divert our attention to the things that matter the most. And the comments from the bullies, it doesn't matter because they don't know you. And they're just behind a surface. They're just behind the computer or a phone. So a comment from a bully does not define a person, and it's best to ignore that.
Well, last question. This World Organization and this World Philippines Organization are looking for total package. Since you became first runner-up in 2017, what aspects of yourself did you improve the most for this year's competition?
I feel like a Miss World is a person who's a spokesperson, who can reach a multiple of people, like who can reach other countries. And I feel like over the last 2 years, I really developed my skills in how to really be a spokesperson, how to communicate with other people. For the last 2 years, I've been doing speaking engagements, which is something that I truly love. I love speaking to people, I love encouraging them, and I think it's probably because of the influence of my family. My older brother is a preacher, and he's also a motivational coach. So I guess it sort of rubbed off onto me, and I just love to see people who transform, who change for the better. And I feel like the Miss World platform will give me the opportunity to reach other people and to transform their lives. I may not be able to transform everyone's life, but if I can just change one person, then that would be amazing for me.
So I can give that back.
Thank you so much.
Hi, Liza. I have another question. When we were at the press conference a few days ago, my partner and I, Bella, we commented on your body. It's so on point right now. You're not just skinny, you have shape. What did you do? What did you change when it came to your physical preparation this time around?
Oh, it was really challenging. During 2017, you guys might have noticed, but my skin has transformed, and I've got comments saying, "Oh, why your skin is so much better?" And I felt 2017 was also a testing period for me because obviously through college, through high school, I went through acne problems, so it left scars, and it was such a big struggle. Sorry, I just remember the feeling back in 2017 where I felt so ashamed of myself. My self-esteem was so low because I was with girls who are so beautiful, not only beautiful heart, but beautiful skin. And obviously, as a beauty queen, you know, there's a standard. There's a standard of beauty. You should look like this. You should have this. So my skin wasn't in top condition, and I was actually depressed. But I always try to be like, no, Blessed, don't let it affect you. But it really did affect me with my skin. So I had to think about, why is this happening to me? Why am I going through these changes in my skin? So I had to really change my diet. I recently became vegetarian, although I'm not 100% vegetarian. There's a term called flexitarian. Have you heard of that? It's called flexitarian. This term is definitely new to everyone, but basically, flexitarian is a diet where you're semi-vegetarian, so it's really plant-based food. So that's what I've been really implementing into my diet, and I've been also working out, making sure that my portion of my food is the right portion. So it's really those three things: being a vegetarian, eating more plants, and exercising daily, and just having smaller portions throughout the day.
My last question for tonight is about your general mindset. As you know, every time we have a competition as big as Miss World Philippines, there will always be favorites that the media and everybody else will continue posting on their pages. How do you feel about the current front runners? Are you in the right place, or are you checking them out, looking out for their game plan as well?
With me, my older brother is, as I said, he's a motivational and he's a life coach. So when I went back home, I went back to Sydney. I've been having sessions with my brother because being mentally prepared is so important. If you're not really prepared in the mind, then one thing, if something happens, it will affect you badly. And I made sure that I was mentally prepared. So with the front runners or the favoritism, I don't mind. I'm focusing on myself, I'm focusing on my progress, and I feel like if I would focus more on myself, then it will be okay. Because the more I think about the other girls, the more I compare myself with other girls, it will affect my performance. So it's really about staying in my lane and just focusing. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you.
Hi guys, I'm
Hi.
Adam Minato from Stash Factor. I would just like to ask, you were a first runner-up back 2 years ago.
Yes.
And looking back, I hope you don't mind me asking,
Yes, it's fine.
what do you think may have been the reason why, kasi isang kembot na lang, title holder ka na eh. What do you think might have been the reason why you have, why you almost won, why you almost made it? And now that you're joining again, how do you think you can apply your lessons or whatever you have learned in this year's journey? And, sige.
Okay. So with your first question about being first princess and not getting the other title, I feel like I trust the judges. You know, at the end of the day, it is the judges that will determine the winner, and I will never question their thoughts about the winners. And I truly believe that it was their destiny to win those crowns, and it wasn't my time. And I'm truly happy for my sisters for winning those crowns, because look where they are. They're able to clinch the first crown for multinational, Reina, and Eco International. And Lao, she did such an amazing job in Miss World in China. So, and for your second question, what did I learn and if it will help me with this year? I feel like it's a different ball game, because obviously it's under different management. It's spearheaded by Mama Ru, and I don't know, sometimes it's better to not expect, because if you expect too much, you'll get disappointed. So it's better to just feel like this is a new thing. I'm refocusing my mind that this is a new pageant for me, because I feel like the more I say to myself, oh, I got this, 2017, I did it before, I got this, that's a total wrong mindset for me to have. So my approach for this year is to really level up, to really focus. And the things that I've learned from 2017 about my performance, so I'm really focusing on my walk, my overall look. Obviously, everything changes, and I love constructive criticism. I love hearing other people's feedback and just learning from it so that I can improve. So I feel like this year is a different ball game, so I just need to really level up and just focus on myself on my journey.
Okay, follow-up question. This is your second time to join Miss World Philippines. Now I'm curious, what is it about Miss World Philippines that made you join again? because given your accomplishment, you could have, given your accomplishment and experiences, you could have gone and joined in another pageant. So what is it about Miss World Philippines that that is really attracting you to showcase your talent?
It's really the community work. That is the main reason why that I came to the Philippines. Back in Australia, I've always been involved in the Filipino-Australian community. We do fundraising. We have scholars here in the Philippines, and that really motivated me. It opened my eyes. Parang, wow, I actually can do something in the community while doing pageants. And I was like, it was a thing, like it was like a really eye opener for me. So I was like, no, I really want to do this. I want to pursue this. So I got the blessings from my parents, moved here, and to really serve and to be hands-on with the people here. And I'm just glad that I'm able to do that now. And it's very rewarding. It's very fulfilling. And I want to do more. I want to reach more people. And that's the reason why I'm doing Miss World, because that's what they do. They fundraise. They help communities, not within their own country, but other countries. And I want to do that. I want to be a part of that movement where I'm creating a path of and joining the path of other queens, where they're able to touch other communities. And for me, that is powerful, and I want to be part of that.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.